We also got 2020. Rona was a bitch. And it is still kicking my ass today. I'm tired of wearing this damn mask all the time. I gotta go up 5 flights of stairs in my dorm, no elevator. It's hot as hell. My air conditioning don't work. And on top of that, I'm lonely as fuck. I ain't got a roommate. I barely know anyone in my dorm. And the people I do know, they busy all the time because they ain't friends. I'm just stuck in my room doing homework all day, and the one person I can call to talk to is my dad. My dad will pick up the phone no matter what, except for last night. I called him at 11:59 last night thinking he'd be up doing work. I called, I was waiting, I was like, he picked up the phone and said, hello? I said, Dad. He said, well, what do you want, nigga? I was like, I just want to talk to you. He was like, you already know what I'm going to ask you. I was like, go ahead. Every time I call my parents or see my parents, this is the first thing they ask when I'm in college. 1, did you fail out? No. 2, are you arrested? No. 3, I swear to God, boy, if you got a girl pregnant, I'm going to kill you. No, Dad. No, I'm sorry. He was like, what do you want? I was like, I just need help on math problem. He said, boy, you got a fucking college. And hung up the phone. And I thought I could call my dad. Oh, yeah. Can y'all just laugh? Because I'm already up here and it's already going to be a long night. So even if it's not funny, just laugh. If it's funny, laugh anyways more. Sarcastic or not, I don't care. I'm up here. Tennessee Tech. People keep asking me, how do you like tech? How do you like it? School? Great. Food? Sucks. It's really repetitive. Like last semester, I thought it was Baldwin and Chick-fil-A. Every day, man, these $90 coming in clutch. It came like middle of September, and I'm trying to get 2 chicken sandwiches and a large fry, and the lady said, you were at $90. I was like, ooh. And of course, I went during lunchtime where there was like 50 people behind me. So I'm like, fuck. And I don't have my credit card. I felt so embarrassed trying to tell her, like, just take it off. Just take it off. just give me my milkshakes. That's wrong. She was like, you don't want the other? No. I'm broke as fuck. I'm a college student. And she was like, oh, okay, it's no problem. I was like, damn. Really want that extra sandwich. But I'm big as fuck anyways. I got fat left in me. It's okay to be big. I've been big since I was, in elementary school. And I'm okay with it. I got made fun for it when I was little. And I cried. I contemplated some shit. But, God brought me through it. And I was like, you know what? God want me to be big, I'm gonna be big. And I thought when I came to college, I had like this kind of like bullshit fuckboy mentality. I was like, man, I done got a roommate. I'm gonna have a girl in my room every night. Come to find out, girls don't want to hook up with you all night. I haven't had much relationship experience, and the one relationship I had turned out to be a crazy, psychotic woman. I met her in school. 6 months into our relationship, she broke up with me over text while I was at work. And since it was like my first real relationship, I was really heartbroken. I was crying at the register at fucking Kohl's. And this old lady came up buying like shit for her grandkids. She was like, honey, are you okay? I was like, yeah, I'm good. I'm trying to stop. She was like, well, whatever it is, God will get you through it. And I was like, thank you. Here's 30% for being such a nice lady. So then later that day, I'm in the break room, depressed as fuck, watching YouTube, until my manager calls me over the radio, and she says, anyone know where Andre is? I'm like, I'm on fucking break, I ain't some shit. And then again, they were like, Andre, if you're on the mic, please answer. Somebody looking for you. I'm like, who the fuck looking for me? I texted my mom, I was like, you at my work? She was like, no. Texted my dad, I was like, you think? He was like, hell no, nigga, I'm at work. Come excuse my language, this heifer showed up to my job, found my manager, and then had my manager track me down through this big ass department store. No, don't talk to me, no, I'm sorry, I was emotional. No, she walked up to me just like this and handed me a sheet of paper and walked the fuck out the store. I was like, the fuck is this? It's like, we're not married, these aren't divorce papers. So I went to the end of my shift and I get to my car and I open it. It was a list of all the shit I had done wrong. I was like, this is petty as fuck. Okay, and I was like, all right, let me read it. I was like, all right, I don't respond. Okay, I get that. I'm busy. I have a job. Damn. Let's see, talking to other girls. And then in quotations, he said science class. And I was like, science class. Oh, you mean the fucking project that cost 25% of my grade? And my entire group was girls? You know about that? I was like, fuck it, whatever. And then she was like some other bullshit. She was like, you never spend time with me. I was like, I call you every day. Every Friday, I'm like, you wanna go to the movies? I got you. She's like, no, I'm busy. And I'll be like, all right, cool. You just want to hang out after school for a little before you drive home? She's like, no, I gotta go home. Then calls me while she was home. Was like, I'm bored. Nobody's here. I was like, I tried to fucking invite you to shit. Be like, you want to come over to my house? My mom's at school. She's like, no, I don't want to. I was like, fine, be alone. Damn. She broke up with me on Saturday morning. Sunday, I go to church. I talked to my friends, like, man, my girl broke up with me yesterday. He was like, for real? Yeah. He was like, I know this girl who would do whatever you want for free. And I was like, no, not trying to live that life. Christian man. A Christian. Monday morning, we had a science club trip. And I'm on the other end of the school because I don't have to go to class. I'm like, I'm gonna wait for this bus, and I'm going on this trip. My ex hunted me down throughout the school. And she's like, she found me eventually because I stopped running. And she was like, I just want to start over. I was so emotional, I'm sorry. And I was like, my friend says you are a hoe. Another one says you're crazy, but my dumb ass went back with her. Throughout our 1 year, 6 months, 28 days, 35 minutes, 45-second relationship, we were on and off for 7 times. And half the time they were for like 24 hours. Because either I was pissed and I broke it off, or she was pissed and she broke it off. And all the while, I wish I'd listened to my friends. Listen to your friends. Your friends will guide you the right way. They said, stop fucking with her, man. She is crazy. It's like, we've seen her health go from happy to depressed. I was like, but I'm in love. They're like, no, you're not in love. You just like how she looks. And granted, that was like 35% of the reason I liked her. The other one, she got me A in science, and Spanish, and math. The only thing I was good at better than her was English. That was the only good class I was good at, was English. Then Thanksgiving of 2019 came. And I invited my friend over for Thanksgiving because his mom's a crackhead, his stepfather's an asshole, and his brother and sister are weird as hell. So I invited him over for Thanksgiving. He was like, dude, your girl keep bumping me up. I was like, the fuck? She ain't my girl no more. And then I look at my phone because I had it on silent. You don't ruin my Thanksgiving dinner. My family, fuck them. I look, I have 35 missed calls, 12 text messages, and like 15 voicemails. I'm like, what did she call me for? I text her, I was like, hello? And she said, where are you at? I'm like, nigga, I'm fucking at my house. Fucking it's Thanksgiving. I worked yesterday. I'm working tomorrow. Leave me alone. Eat my fucking mac and cheese and shit. And she was like, I miss you. I was like, fuck you. So I put my phone away. I turned it off, threw it in the closet. She continues to text my friend through Snapchat to the one he had to block her on Snapchat, Instagram, and her actual phone number. And then my mom was like, who keeps calling y'all? Who keeps texting you? And I looked at him and was like, don't you say shit, nigga. Don't you say shit. As far as my mom knows, we still together. Don't say shit. And he was like, man, fuck this. Honor's crazy ass ex keeps calling me. And my mom said, the fuck? I thought everything was so great. And I was like, nah, mom, we broke up. And my dad just looked at me, he was like, you get her pregnant? I was like, no, I'm still a good boy. As far as my parents know. And he was like, well, I'm going to bed. My mom, my friend, and I continued to have a 4-hour-long conversation of all the reasons why I should not be with this woman. And then that night I told her, stop calling me, I'm never talking to you again. That happened. And then we get to college. Come to find out, she goes to Tennessee Tech. Oh, not just that, it gets better. Not only does she go to Tennessee Tech, with this new COVID rule, only people who live in your building are supposed to be in your building. Just as God will fucking have it for me, she lives on the 4th floor. And the first day of college, my parents go to Walmart because I forgot some shit. And they were like, yo, you know your ex is in Cookville? I was like, fuck, what? Fuck you mean she in Cookville? And they were like, yeah. I talked to her mom, she said she goes there. I was like, ugh. I was like, do you know what dorm? They were like, MS Cooper? I'm like, MS Cooper, fuck. The fuck's the name of my building? MS Pinkerton, MS fuck. My dad came to me, he said, dude, don't do shit with that girl. You know, it fucked you up the first time. I said, all right, Daddy. That night she was in my room watching a movie. I swear, I tried to keep it friendship. I'm doing my best. I need help. Also, when we were moving in, my dad always points out the black women to me. Because he's like, I never see you talk to girls. You always hanging out with dudes. You gay nigga? I was like, no. No, Daddy, like women. And I kid you not, he was bringing shit up to my dorm on the 5th floor. My air did not work still, so it was hot as hell. And he looked outside, he said, bro, there are these 2 fine sisters living on the floor under you. I was like, for real? And he looked outside, he was like, man, this one go to the car right now. I was like, fuck. Shit. She's bad little motherfucker. And I was like, Chavo China's racing with me? So the only reason I'm up here is because they said we got up here early. Kind of find out she wasn't dating anybody, and she was not in the interest of dating anybody. I was like, damn. Told my dad, he was like, keep it close, nigga. You never know. She might just call you one night and be like, I'm lonely. You need to be there. He's like, I'm tired of hanging out with these white people. I went to a private school for most of my life. All my friends were white. I didn't play football, basketball at that school. I played fucking polo on a horse. I played fucking polo and cricket? I didn't know cricket was a sport. And so we were in gym like, we're gonna play cricket? And they had to sit there and explain cricket, and that was some bullshit within itself. Then they were like, we're gonna play hockey? So we don't have a ice skating rink. No, we're gonna do it in the gym. I was like, the gym? I was like, okay, fuck it. And I was big, so I was like, I'm gonna be goalie. You know, the special stick, it's wide. I got hit in the face with one of the sticks. I had a concussion. That was like the first week of middle school. Go to the next year of middle school, we're playing soccer. And there's a girl named Lydia, like the badass soccer player on our school, goes for like this big old kick. The ball lands right in the middle of my face. Second concussion of middle school. And then my last year at that white-ass middle school. Granted, there's only 5 black kids in the entire grade with me, and we were all in the same class. Any project? All right. Becky, Jonathan, you're together? Maggie and Maggie? They're always double names for some fucking reason. Maggie and Maggie, Virginia, Virginia? And I feel like in their head, they're like, all right, now what am I going to do with these last 5 niggas? Set groups of 2. Guys, we're going to do a special thing for y'all. Y'all can be a group of 3 and y'all can group 2. I was like, I don't even know these kids. You just put us here because we're black. I wanted to say, but my dad told me not to. And I was like, in my heart, I was like, yeah, he's doing this because we're black. I was like, fine, whatever. So, my parents realized that the school did not like black people at all. He was like, you're always getting in trouble? I was like, yeah. I do run my mouth a lot in class, so that was a good reason. But one teacher, in particularly, this. Excuse me, I was going to say something very, very bad, but I'm going to try to compose myself. So we had these iPads, and the rule is you don't touch someone else's iPad at all, under any circumstances. I go to my desk. Some person has put their iPad on my desk. Now the rule is don't touch it. So I sat down at my desk with my iPad. This little boy gets the teacher and says, he stole my iPad. I was like, what? And he was like, he stole my iPad. It's on his desk. I was like, no, I didn't. And the teacher was like, did you take his iPad? I was like, no. The rule is don't touch shit that don't belong to you. So I left it. I used my iPad. And the teacher was like, go to the principal office. I was like, fuck? I'm trying to go on this class field trip this semester. I never went on a class field trip to middle school. Ever. I was always in trouble for some bullshit. But anyways, I went to the school's office. And they were like, your teacher says you stole another kid's iPad. I was like, no. They're like, if you tell the truth, you'll only get 2 days in school. I was like, I didn't touch his iPad. It was on my desk. The rule is don't touch it. She was like, if you keep lying, we're just going to send the days. I was like, look. I was like, can I call somebody? They're like, who are you going to call? My mother. My mother's my lawyer, my pastor, my advisor for everything. Most things. She worked at the university on the same campus as my middle school. She could be in my classroom in 5 minutes, walking. My mom's a badass. She showed up in record time, 2 minutes. I called her on a good day. She was coming back from the lunch moment. She showed up and said, what the hell is he in here for? And the principal tried to explain. It was like, well, the teacher said he took this other boy's iPad. And she looked at me and was like, did you touch it? I was like, no. I explained it to my mother. So it was on my desk. The rules are it's not to touch it. I didn't touch it. And she was like, you said you didn't touch it. The rule is don't touch it, it don't belong to you. She was like, well, the boy said it. And she was like, I don't give a fuck what he said. He's one of the only black kids in this grade. Y'all already don't like him. You put him in the same class with the black kids. You separate him from everything else. Are you really trying to say he's a thief too? And she's like, no, I'm not accusing him of being a thief, but the boy said, I don't care what the boy said. The boy probably stole from somebody else. And I was like, no. I was like, okay. Mama's gonna get something, okay? Then she brought the little boy in, and the little boy came in, and my mom just looked at me, and she's like 5'6", black, looking at this like little white boy. She's like, did my son take your iPad? He's like, no, ma'am. He was like, so why didn't you tell him that he did? He was like, I just put it there on his desk. I know the rules not to touch it, so I just tried to get him in trouble. She was like, looked at the principal. Get that boy's parents in here right now. I left. I went back to class. That boy and his parents and my mother and the principal and the teacher he snitched to me to for no reason were in that office for the rest of the day till after school ended. And I was like, Mom, do I still go to your office? Can I get your ID card? go to Starbucks, get some Chick-fil-A something. She was like, shut up! Missing meetings and shit. Go sit in the hallway till I get done with this meeting. I was like, okay, Mom. So I go outside, sit. Another hour passes. That boy comes out crying. I have no idea why he's crying, but he's crying. He's like, ugh. He walks to me, and then the principal looks at him, and Mom follows him out. He was like, say what you gotta say. He's like, I'm sorry for accusing you of taking my iPad. I was like, apology accepted. So I really just wanted to smack the dude, but, Christian school, parents were like, can't do that. I fought the kid 2 weeks later. Because he kept bringing the shit up. I fought him. He was like, I'm gonna bite you for getting me in trouble with my parents for lying. And I was like, you lied. Like, we go over the 10 Commandments every day in this Christian school. It says right there, thou shalt not lie. And I was like, all right. He came up behind me at the locker. He was shorter than me and skinny. So he tried to uppercut me like this. No! And he hit the locker. And then as he missed, I turned beside him and I'm like, are you okay? And he tries to swing again, and me thinking I'm like freaking Jackie Chan. I'm like, whoa. And I come back and I'm like, you wanna try it again? He was like, you son of a bitch. I was like, oh shit. He called me a bitch. Mama said don't hit anybody unless they're trying to really get under your skin. So I hit him. I hit him in the face. He fell to the ground. I picked him up, bashed his head on this, that little sink thing they have in the elementary school, middle school thing. It's like a random sink in the fucking hallway for shit. By the art room. It's like, yeah, if you have pain in just wash your hands in the hallway. I hit his head on that. And as he proceeded to try to get up, I slammed his head into the locker, left him in a bleeding pile, and went to lunch. The principal called me down. She was like, go to the office. I was like, fine, whatever, fuck. Tired of this shit anyways. Get to the office, my mom's there, my dad's there, that kid's there with the nurse, his parents are there, and a police officer. I didn't give a fuck about anybody in the room except my mother. I was like, fuck. And the police officer was like, so, he said you hit him. I was like, yes, I did. And he was like, do you have a reason why you hit him? I was like, because he tried to hit me too. He called me a bitch. And my mom was like, he called you a what? I said, a bitch, Mom. He called me a bitch. Please don't make me wash my mouth. That was that shit's nasty. And the officer looked at me and he was like, well, you know you're not supposed to hit people. I was like, he swung first. And they were like, can you prove that he swung first? I was like, all this fucking cameras in here and you asked me, can I prove it? I was like, sure, I can prove it. And I went to the class and I was like, you, and you. I know all y'all recorded this fight. Go to the office right now. And they were like, after like 20 minutes, they were like, oh my God. He was telling the truth. I was like, not all niggas lie. Damn. So anyways, I got off scot-free, except for like in-school suspension for a day. He went home and was like expelled for like a month. Don't know why he was gone for a month. I'm sorry if I offended anybody about cussing. I'm really sorry. Just from a young age, cussing has been in my life. Cursing, cussing, bad words, whatever you say. First time I ever got cussed out was surprisingly by my mother. First grade, never forget it. Came home, actually, she picked me up from school because we went to a white school, like a private school that had extended daycare for parents who didn't want to pick their kids up at 3 o'clock. So I'm in the car, and I guess I caught her on a bad day, and I'm hungry. I'm like, Mom, are we going back to your office? She was like, yes, I have a meeting, we're going to go back to my office, you're going to sit down, and you're going to do your homework. I was like, can I go to Aunt Annie's? Aunt Annie's, please? Please, can I go to Aunt Annie's? And she was like, no, stop asking. I was like, can I go to Chick-fil-A? Because she works at a college campus, so they have food galore. I was like, can I go to Chick-fil-A? She was like, no, be quiet. And I was like, anyways, I was like, can I get some And she said, shut up! You son of a bitch, motherfucker, damn! You see me on the phone! I was like, I'm so sorry, Mommy. And I'm trying to process it as a young child, be like, what words did my mother just say to me? It was bitch, motherfucker, damn. I was like, okay. I fell asleep, and she just went home after that. She made me grilled cheese. That was her way of saying sorry, because my mom just never said sorry. I was like, okay. But, yeah, that's my little comedy bit for tonight. Let's give a round of applause for the BSU for putting this on tonight. Come on, let's get some round of applause up in here. And thank y'all for turning out. I had a friend of mine who said she was going to come, but, you know, like I said, I'm bummy as fuck. But thank y'all for your applause. Everyone who performed tonight did an awesome job. Now, if you have something, lean in right there. You know who you are. You want to come up here and spit some stuff, or perform, dance, sing a song, troll a circle, I don't really care. Just come up here and do something. But I want to say everyone be safe. Remember to wear your masks because our numbers are up. Too many of our friends are in quarantine in Newhall South, which is kind of luxury compared to what I live in. But be safe, wear your mask, get home safe, and tell people you love them because you never know when they're going. And have a good night. Thank you.